one thing that we do know for sure, and this is goes all the way back to the beginning, is every good film begins with a good story. Without that good story, you really have nothing to work with. You can put together a bunch of pretty pictures, you can put together some good looking people saying beautiful words, but if the story doesn't tie it all together and you don't relate to those people or affected by those people, you know, you don't hate the villain and love the hero and stuff, then the story just kind of leaves you lacking for you know, why that wayside.
It's really got to capture your imagination and embrace your attention, or you're not going to like it. And you know, worst thing in the world is to go to a movie and be halfway through it going, I wish I was somewhere else.
Yeah.
And I literally gotten walked out of the theater before, which is not a good result.
Yeah,
if you're a filmmaker.
I ride it to the bitter end,
Yeah.
man, thinking, well, at least the credits will be good.
Yeah.
Because it'll be over.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, the test is really, does it move you, right?
Yeah.
If you're not passionate about the story that you're making, whether it's a short film or a full feature-length movie, or even a television show, if you're not really passionate about it, then there's probably something missing.
Yeah, absolutely.
The things that all stories have in common, the probably most important thing is a conflict and a resolution, right? So you may have heard this before, but essentially every story is about you have generally a hero, protagonist, who's just sitting on the couch, you know, his life's whatever his life is, and the opening scene's going to provide the context for that, and as far as you know, that's going to be the story of his life for the rest of his life. But then something dramatic happens, right, and throws him into a conflict, and now he's out of his element. He's got to figure out, how do I deal with this? You know, the perfect example, of course, is Luke in Star Wars. He finds this little robot, and that's kind of weird, but then he comes home and finds his uncle and his aunt have been killed, and he literally has no place to live, and he's reinvents his life from that point forward and goes on this great adventure. So that conflict then eventually has to get resolved, and they took 3 films to resolve it, but you can have conflicts within conflicts, and that's kind of what that's all about. But there needs to be some dramatic conflict, and then kind of a roller coaster ride of adventures or situation scenarios where the hero is dealing with it, figuring out what to do, and overcoming challenge after challenge, but finally leading eventually to some sort of resolution. The film we're making, Shattered Lives, the movie, the resolution is all about forgiveness. So the main character doesn't really know how he's going to resolve that conflict. He's not in control of his life at all. He goes to prison. So it's kind of interesting how it works out. He's not aware that he's even on a journey, but he really is. And as you watch him go through that journey, you see how forgiveness finally kicks in and plays out. Not until he's out of prison and back in the community does the final resolution kick in. But we explore that. The underlying theme for that film is forgiveness. We explore that throughout the roller coaster ride in a lot of interesting ways, and we have some additional side stories and kind of tie it all together in the end, which was kind of fun the way it works out. I'm not going to give away the ending, but